Kevin Smith with the Perry Panthers is with us here, and Coach, you're now in your third season. You had a 5-5 record the first year, 6-5 last year, got to the playoffs before losing to Baldwin. But what was that next step for you to get to the playoffs, and how can you kind of jumpstart that for this season as well?
Well, the next step was all last year was, hey, you know, we're going to be better than we were last year, and our kids were bought into our program. We were able to reach our goal. We thought once we got to our goal, we might could push it a little bit higher, but we attained our goal. So, you know, we want to push it up further this year. You know, we want to at least be a first, second round playoff team this year.
And sometimes it's good for those kids to see what a playoff team that wins is like, so it can prepare them for that next step. Is that right?
Absolutely. You got to get used to playing in postseason. You know, when you've not ever played in postseason before, you don't know how fun it can be once you win that first one, get to that second, because then you're getting down to a small number of teams, and you get more attention, more media attention, more fan attention. So yeah, it's exciting to get a little bit further along.
Coach Smith, let's talk about your defense. You got a lot of players to kind of choose from as far as new starters this year, because you got a lot of players to replace, don't you?
Yes, sir, absolutely. We graduated a lot. We do have two returning starters, Tyron Mobley and Chrisette Stewart in the secondary. We've got a bunch of young kids that got to play in some backup roles last year that have really worked hard this offseason. We've got most of them filled, but we're still constantly evaluating, trying to make sure we get all of our spots that we feel that we need to get filled. And, you know, our linebacker core is one of our main concerns. And, you know, up front on defensive line, we had some guys that played in roles last year that had a little bit of experience.
It seems like coaches need a couple years to determine whether or not, when they lose a big class, if they have built the depth up to the point where they can replace those players and there not be that big of a drop-off. Is this that test this year now?
Yes, sir. We're finally, the first 2 years, we were just trying to find guys to play.
Right.
Yeah. But now we're to the point where we're trying to build ahead now. So I think in the future years, it's going to be very beneficial for us.
All right, sounds good. Well, the offense scored a lot of points last year. We'll talk about the offense for the Panthers in our next report.